What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me. Today we're checking out Angelina Jordan, the the amazingly talented singer from Norway. And she's only 14, so she's got a long time to improve and explore her musical abilities. But her singing is just insanity. Insanity. Anyways, let's get to this Moon River. I don't know this song, so I'm interested to see what it is. I'm sure it's going to be soothing, relaxing, soulful, jazzy, just bliss. So let's get to it. Put on your headphones. I'm sure it's going to be slick. So let's check this out. Short.
One river wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever.
You know what? She sings better than like any adult jazz singers I've even seen. It's not a genre that I listen to a lot lately, but just thinking back on some of the most amazing jazz singers, and hit me up with older jazz requests, like stuff from like the 30s and 40s and 50s. I love the oldies, but she's just so confident and doesn't sound like a 14-year-old. Like this.
You're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River
Aye.
and me.
Oh my gosh. The emotion that she's able to convey through her voice, and those vocals were so powerful. Obviously, the track instrumental is pretty minimalistic. It's pretty simple. So her voice has to handle, the majority of the legwork in terms of the melody and everything that's going on musically. And she's just flawless, like effortlessly conveying these emotions through her voice. And I didn't, the song Moon River is talking about a couple people, let's listen back again, actually. I just want to focus more on the vocals this time. It was Moon.
One river wider than a mile, I'm crossing
So Moon River, wider than a mile.
you in style
I'm crossing you in style
someday.
someday.
Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way.
Man. So Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm going to cross you one day in style. Is this talking about longing for a lover and then eventually making your way from point A to point B, escaping something holding you down, and getting to that person?
Two drifters off to see the world.
Off to see the world.
There's such a lot of world the sea.
That is true. So two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. So it's about a couple young people, getting together and going off, running away from a bad situation or just running away in general because they want to see the world. People, I mean, it's something that we all forget. I think we're all susceptible to forget that we live in sort of bubbles, wherever you live. And there's a very, very wide world out there of so much culture and so much beauty and so many different ideas and so many different ways of living and so many different thoughts and feelings and things going on, current events. Sometimes people think, oh, they're in the center of the universe, that somebody in some country on the other side of the world is going to know exactly what's going on in your country or what's going on in this country, or they're going to have similar ideas about how you should live, and their literature is different, their history is different, their culture is different. There's so much to discover, and there's so many layers to the world. But people, that's why traveling, I think, is one of the most amazing things that you can do if you're able to do it. If you have the means to do it, you should travel and experience and talk to people that don't look like you and don't speak like you. And yeah, anyways, let's continue on. So the two drifters hooking up, going across the river, getting away.
We're after the same rainbows and waiting around the bed.
Like the lyrics are so silky and so powerful. It's almost hard to pick them up there. I didn't quite get that. Something about a rainbow and maybe waiting around the bend.
My huckleberry friend.
My huckleberry friend.
Moon River and me.
So it could be a situation where I'm ignorant, but not willfully ignorant, just ignorant. So pardon my ignorance if there is a more obvious symbolism or meaning behind the song Moon River. It's a very short track. Vocally, there's not a ton of lyrics. But Moon River, like, okay, I'm not going to try to sing it, but the melodies were just so soothing. They're so jazzy, and she's so confident, clearly. And this particular setup, the audio quality, in the mix, her voice was really, 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 really coming at you. But it was wonderful either way. As always, hope everybody's doing fantastic. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, hug them. Life is very fickle. Ignorant. Life is very fickle. Life is very short, and things can happen in an instant. I just saw today that Kobe Bryant passed away, a famous basketball player from the NBA, retired now, but he's 41 years old, and I saw the news about it, and there's this huge outcry and of mourning and rest in peace for him. And this has no sort of like, I'm not trying to be insensitive in any way, but I do find it kind of strange how we sort of prop up these celebrities as some sort of like godlike figures, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that died today from many, many different things, many, 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 many people across the world. But if you're not famous and you're not revered, you're forgotten. And it's not to be insensitive in any ways. It's just a thought that I was having when I saw, hundreds of thousands of people saying, and it's not like they know this person. You maybe watched them play basketball at some point. Like me, I don't even watch the NBA, but he made it to a level of fame where he's very, very famous. And like I say, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm 100% not. It was just a thought of how the world and how that we as societies and global societies even, and then you can put that into more. I mean, you can break that down compartmentally into countries and then the levels of notoriety or levels of infamy or fame, whatever you want to call it. Infamy is being famous for something that's not good. Notoriety. I know Kobe Bryant did have a sexual assault case in the early 2000s. And once again, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but he settled out of court, I think, with the woman who accused him of raping her. And all of these things are sort of like, he was a very multi-millionaire, so of course he was able to get out of that with sort of making an apology and settling the case, just sweeping it under the rug kind of a little bit. And those things are forgotten. He goes on to sign a 7-year, whatever, $200 million deal, whatever it was, in the National Basketball Association. And that's what it is. And once again, I'm not trying to be insensitive to a man who just passed away. It's a horrible tragedy. It's very, 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 very sad. And I guess he lost his daughter. His daughter was in the helicopter crash with him as well. So it's very, very sad. And it's very, very tragic, including the pilots and for the families of everybody involved, the people that knew him and knew the other people on board. Like any event of that nature, there's going to be, just horrible sadness for the families to go through. So send my thoughts and blessings to them. But anyways, what do you think, Luce? Hey, what are you doing there? You're going crazy? Come here. What are you doing? Let go. That's Lucy. She's chilling. Lucy the amateur cat. Lucy the amateur. The biggest amateur I've ever known. Please don't scratch me in the face, 'cause I'm the one that gives you food. She's a funny cat. She probably doesn't like chilling up here. Be careful with the keyboard. Yo. That's the microphone. What do you want to say? Yeah. Anyways, I'll let y'all go. Have a wonderful day. And like I said, life's short. Don't hold grudges. And try to move past things that are going badly for you. And don't waste your day or your time. Be honest. Be truthful as best you can. And try to live and treat people like you would like to be treated. That's all we can all strive for. Nobody's perfect, but we can strive to be. I'm not perfect, but I'm this, that, and this, right? So anyways, let's do a bit of an outro song, and I'll let y'all go. Here we go. Let's do it. I'm going to find something jazzy, something fun. I'll just sing a little song. Let's find it. What are we going to find here? Jazz and blues. Let's do it. Carried away every single day that I see my love. I'm carried away on the ocean with the locomotive motion. All I've ever known is the way that I think when I was grown. 'Cause my mom raised me to be a good man. That is what I strive for and what I'll be. Just understand, nobody's perfect, but we can all try to be worth it. If we go out and we give somebody our hand to help them up. If they need a helping hand, we can do what we can. Nobody's perfect, but we can try. We can try. We can try. Nobody's perfect, but we can try. We can try. Nobody's perfect, but we can try. Until the day we die, we'll never be satisfied, but we can realize that we can strive. Give somebody a helping hand. Tell the truth and look out across the land. Be what you wanna see, be what you wanna see. Honestly, I can see the breeze and I feel free. Anyways, see you everybody on the next one. Bye bye.